Hello everybody, how's it going? My name is Klaus, this is my house, and today we're going to do some more Fallout 4 building, except we're changing it up a little bit. We're not going to do the Bunker Hill like I have mentioned a couple times before. What we're actually going to do is start doing the new Far Harbor settlements. We fell behind last time with the Mechanist Lair, and you know, God knows when I'm going to actually get around to doing that, but I feel like it's a really good idea now if I just do the new settlements that you guys are all interested in, instead of the old ones that you guys have all probably seen be built before. So, we're going to put those on hold, and we're going to start today off with the Dalton Farm. So, if you're not familiar with how to get this settlement, all you have to do is go to the Far Harbor area, like the actual main area when you get in, and you talk to, I forget her name, but her last name is Dalton. And she will send you on a pair of quests, and even has one after the other stuff. But regardless, she will get you going and try and help you to unlock this particular settlement. All right. Now, what I'm going to try and do here, I did clear out some of this stuff. The spring cleaning is doing its job. Definitely doing its job. There we go. And I was able to clear out some of the mess. Some of the other stuff, though, actually just won't come out. So we gotta kind of deal with it. What I'm thinking, though, is that since we are kind of on the coast like this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build kind of a large tower, and we can do defensive structures around it, all sorts of stuff like that. We can do like housing on certain levels. We can kind of have a barracks. That's going to be our main thing. As far as the function of the settlement, I'm not really sure. I think it would be a good idea to kind of do a lot of farming over in that area over there. And I kind of want to do some scrapping, but I'm not sure. As far as these houses go, I don't think we're really going to do anything with those. It's just kind of one of those things where I have no real intention of trying to either fix this house or like this one here. I can't even... Oh, I can rip it out. Oh. Maybe I go for that. I would rather save before I actually rip that house out. And here's another one. Yeah, and there's no way to really go about this except to just rip it out of the ground. Which is, you know, that's a possibility. It is a possibility, so we'll just kind of see how things go there, but I'm not going to belabor that point too much. And I think like a 4x4 if we could get it without it floating too much. Yeah, can't even tell. 4x4 is going to be plenty of space, especially if we're going to build up a big old tower. Ain't nothing wrong with that for sure. Alright, so we have our 4x4. I would even be tempted to go with like a 5 or something like that, but I don't think it's super necessary. The other thing that we could do actually is add like a little patio area, which I do kind of like, and we can have that just sit back here so that it overlooks. And all that goes down, that's good. And then we get another one. We get like a fairly large patio area, that would be kind of nice. And yeah, that's maybe hanging off a little bit, but overall, I'm actually pretty pleased. Let me get up, please. Let me up. Thank you. I don't know how high we're actually going to be able to build here. I'm hoping to like about the top of those trees. The one thing that we could do right off the bat, though, is figure that out. Oh my god. And people thought that, okay, so this is the highest that we can go, which is like way, way, way tall. Like that's moderately insane how high we can get up there. Holy shit. Okay, well, we can figure that out. How about what we do is we get some sort of like standardized kind of process. We'll pull that in, and then we're gonna have this stuff. There we go. I want to kind of keep it with 3 if I can. Okay. So... Oh no, the inside would be 2. I don't know. I just kind of wanted it back from that a little bit. Maybe we have to go 5x5, but then we're going to start poking out on those edges there. We could probably do one more here without poking out too far. I just want like a little buffer that we kind of get in the middle. So like maybe these three all the way up. Are these poking out too much? You know what, maybe this wouldn't be that bad. Nope, it definitely is bad. Yeah. I think the only other way to go really with this is to have it be here, but we just pull it down to like somewhere here. But I don't know if that's actually gonna bode well for all of this, because it does go up. Well, actually that looks like it's gonna be okay. So we can have like a larger lower level and kind of go with it that way. I'm gonna fix all this stuff and we'll be right back. Uh-oh. Actually, this might not work out for us. Because of that. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so we gotta raise it up a little bit more. Alright, so we've got ourselves that 3x3 space, which I was really hoping for. Now, same side as hoping. Here's to hoping that we can actually get ourselves a decent sort of stairway going, which I think we'll be able to do. We just need to essentially place our stuff in the middle. But I definitely want to get this laid out, just so it's ready for us, and we're ready for it. And I also don't want to forget just how high we can build up. I don't know. I don't even know if it's like a good idea to do that, honestly. There's quite a bit of stuff that kind of makes me sit back and say we probably shouldn't build that high. Just like logistically, you know, trying to work out, you know, exactly what we're going to end up needing here. I guess this level is going to have to be the same as the one below it, maybe. We just have like an outdoor area, more or less, because they're going to need to have something. Well, we could just roof it. Just roof it. Yeah, we'll just roof it from here on out. And I don't know, we can leave this area open or not. It doesn't really matter to me. Could also have it here so that you actually walk up this way. Other way. Other way. There we go. Alright, then we don't need this. And then we can just roof everything. We don't have to worry about it. Nice. That works for me. Alright, let's keep going. Building ourselves up. Hell of a base. Now, we're obviously going to have like turrets and stuff that are going to end up lining the outside of this building. But we'll worry about that stuff later. I think if we just kind of forego walls for now and put like little half floors out there, we should be okay. But yeah, we're going to be building up so much, it kind of doesn't even matter. I think this is a good area to just kind of cut it off. We're only losing, what, like 3 stories as it is, and we're up so freaking high. Like, look at this thing! We're going to have the most ridiculous looking tower in the world. The one thing I would like to do here, though, is go right back to that 5x5. I think that's going to be pretty cool when it's all said and done. It's going to be overhanging a little bit. It's going to end up giving us more room and all that good stuff. Oh, come on. There we go. Is it 5x5 that I have? No, it has to be bigger than that. Because it goes out 1 square in each direction. So this is my... Which one am I on here? It's kind of hard to tell when you have all this. So this is that one, and then we need to go one out. Okay, so we'll just use this as our frame of reference, and we'll keep going with it. Okay. I would actually recommend this to console players, where I think you could probably build this pretty affordably. Help defend the slog. God damn it, man. That slog, it's always getting attacked. Just kidding. My settlements never get attacked until I'm like right about to do something. Then all hell breaks loose. Okay, so what I want to do with this area up here is make it kind of like a rooftop garden. You'll notice that a lot of places around the world these days are, you know, putting in these fancy rooftop gardens for their hipsters that are living in the cities. And if you're a hipster, I apologize. I meant no offense. But yeah, rooftop gardens are where it's at for those youngins, us millennials. I can never tell if people say millennials in a good way or a bad way. It seems most of the time that it's in a bad way, but also I feel like we're a little understood or misunderstood. Like there's an article I was reading in the paper the other day, and it's like, oh, millennials, they love to rent. Millennials love to rent. Couldn't be more wrong, motherfuckers. I hate renting. I mean, it's okay, I guess, but like, I want to buy a house, but you know, it's kind of hard to afford a house as a millennial. I'll get more of these in. This doesn't seem diverse enough. Diversification is what's needed. There we go. There we go. All right. So this is going to be our little rooftop garden area, and we'll just leave the whole thing open. There's no real reason to close it off in any way. The other thing that we're going to do eventually, is we're going to put these guys as little shack supports under here, so it does look like it's supported, and everyone can be all happy hunky-dory and all that kind of thing. But while we're up here, we might as well actually go ahead and plop some of our stuff down. Now, I was thinking, excuse me, that we could use the Wasteland Workshop stuff, because we really haven't used a whole lot of this type of junk so far. So I felt like this would be kind of a good idea. And besides, it's like a hopefully less buggy way to get people to do their farming and stuff up here. We could always assign that lady to walk her booty up here, and then she can be a farmer as well. I already assigned the one guy that we have in our settlement to farming. He seemed okay, so we're not going to bug him a whole lot. That's probably okay. I'm worried a little bit about things kind of getting a little too crowded, so you can kind of space these out. With the garden plots up here, I'm kind of expecting that we're going to end up having a lot of food, so we shouldn't be doing too bad. How'd that one come out? Eh, not bad. Not bad. Shift it over a little bit, and I think we're all good there. All right, so we have our stuff there, and then I feel like we also need some good scavenging stuff. So eventually we will get enough settlers to the point where scavenging is going to be pretty useful. So let's just, I don't know, do something like that where they're like a half away. Just try and fit 5 of them. There we go. All right, so I think at least at this point we're getting to the conclusion that this is going to be a farming and scavenging kind of deal. No, I didn't go back far enough. Go. Are these just like angled? Yeah, they're angled a little bit away. All right. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. And whoops. What we could even do here is have like a tiny little area right in here. That's maybe not necessarily like a house per se, but maybe. Let's lay down a floor. We're just gonna like triple up this floor here. And I don't know exactly if we're going to be able to nail half of it. All right, so definitely something more like that. I think that's actually pretty damn good. There we go. That should do it. Alright, I think that's going to be fine. I don't know if we're going exactly half, but it's not bad. Now, I don't think what we're going to do is make any sort of like important thing here, but I would like to have some sort of kind of house-like thing. Just, I don't know, one person that's going to hang out up here and do some stuff. You always got to do stuff. And let's do something like this, maybe. That's not what I meant to do. And could I get this guy in that corner? There we go. All right, and I'm kind of thinking that we bring it in this way. A little bit. Something like that. Where's that doorway? This one. This one. Okay. There we go. And we're going to place this guy like that. And we'll figure out something that's going to happen over here, and we can kind of give this a little, not defense so much, but something like that maybe. Yeah, because no one's going to be walking there. Maybe this should go like that. And then we can put some chairs right there. And then what's nice about that is they can kind of like look out and see the sunrise if they're going to be up that early. Okay, so let's grab them some nice outdoor chairs. I like those yellow ones. So let's go see if we can't find those. Where you at? There you at. There you at. All right. I mean, arguably we could put even more here. Like 3 people. Is that cool with me? We could even have like this one over here. Maybe we have like this one like that. And then we have a table in there. A little end table. Like a round one maybe, if we can find one. Doesn't need to be a nice one by any means. In fact, it probably shouldn't be a nice one because it's just going to be an outdoor table. There we go. And then they can put their drinks and stuff like that on there. It kind of looks like we're going for 2 people, eh? So we might as well give them 2 beds. Those are a little big. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. And then this will make the 2 people that are already here happier. Alright. And that seems good enough for the moment. We're going to kind of leave it. There's a lot of stuff that we can end up doing to this later. But for right now, we should be more or less okay. Come on. There we go. All right. It's kind of like a neat little area up here. We might be able to actually fit more in there, and we can just make this like our farmer scavenger area, because we have 10 scavengers. There's no way we can fit 10 beds right there. But we could probably fit 10 beds over here. So let's go ahead and place our crops around there, and then we can really kind of see what we're looking at. So resources, food, and then we can, I don't know, make this one a carrot one. Do some corn. Is there no way corn is going to go in there? Oh, there we go. That was kind of lucky. Now, corn was advised to me because of the adhesive. I don't really mind. I know what that's all for. Like, I know there's an adhesive thing where you can basically like farm the crap out of your water purifiers or whatever, or like make a whole crap ton of water, and the water is expensive, so you sell the water, things like that. But we don't need to really worry about that. We already have so many resources. Just feeding people is not really an issue. Okay, if I can't fit more than one of those on there, there's really no reason for me to have to deal with it. Do some razor grain. I like this larger patch. If I'm gonna actually have to do it, I might as well put this larger patch in there. And I mean, this is basically telling me we're not going to need that many beds. I mean, we're going to need the 10, for sure. But then all this food up here doesn't seem like we're going to need that much. And let's go ahead and place some silt beams down. Actually, let's move you here. And we can put maybe like potatoes or something like that on this one. Lots and lots of potatoes. There we go. Alright, so this is going to pretty much be that for us. And I don't think there's any way to connect our stuff to the mainland. So we're going to have to be mindful of the amount of resources that we have to work with here. Now that I'm seeing all the things. And then this can just be an addition to what we already have. Depends on how well these things all kind of start playing together. And I don't want to get too close to the fog condensers either. Alright, so this is pretty much going to be it. In fact, we probably, well, I don't know, it depends on how we want to go about this. Like, if we want to make it super secure, concrete's probably okay. If we're going to use that to kind of wall things off. I don't necessarily know that that's the way I'm going to end up doing that, but who knows. At this stage in the game, and I will be perfectly honest with you, I don't really know what I'm going to do. This is all trial and error for these like first episode or two. A lot of it is just figuring out where should we be placing things, how should we be placing things, that kind of stuff. And that's really about it. Now, this right here just really makes me think like this is a gate. This is an area where you place a gate. And I might need the place everywhere mod to be on while I go ahead and do that. But this is just like it's just a perfect spot. It really is. And then we can do the same thing over on the other side. I would actually like to bring it in just below, if possible. And then we can just march her out that way. So let's imagine for a second that these guys aren't here. And we just want to have ourselves a nice little path. Something like that. Oh, so close. Not exactly what I want. I want this one to actually go up a little bit more. Cover. Yep. Alright. So this is better. And then what we'll do is we have something like that. Do I want to go more off the beaten path? I mean, this is perfectly okay. This is how we discover what we can do and then turn that into what we will do. Now, I just want to be certain that we will be able to make some nice walls out of this. That things are coming in about halfway on each other. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, so then let's start doing this. That guy. And this isn't here. So let's do that. And then we'll turn it back on. I'll take this, I'll take that. So this is still here. We'll add one out on that side, and then we can have another one that's going to end up coming back in. Alright, so then we're going to take out this guy, that guy, and we'll get rid of this one. And we can place that regular old floor right there. So now it doesn't look like a big concrete block coming out. Not too bad, not too bad. What's it look like from over here? Yeah, looks perfect. Alright, and then we can go ahead and bring these guys over as well. I think from here we're going to have to start working our way down a little bit. But this is essentially what I'm thinking. We can have a little outpost here to kind of look out upon the enemies. And then we can try and do some sort of like Sunshine Titans co-op network of paths that just kind of will connect everything. I'm still really down with the idea that we put some sort of gate across here. Now we could actually go one step further and move all of this over by one. I don't know if that's going to work with that fog condenser there, but we can hope. Looks like it's going to be really close. It's like super close, but it's working. So that's all that really matters. Let's go ahead and see if we can't... There's no way to like... You're killing me, Smalls. Maybe. Perfect. And we'll go again with like our alternating guys on this one. Do we need this to be a home? Probably. Not like a home, but have some way to, you know, house people. Who knows what we're going to end up building in the long run, so it's always kind of wise to leave yourself with options. And this is a nice big area that we can do something with. this one and that. There we go. A little bit more maybe could have been done to try and bring these closer together, but yeah, all in all, this is still a really good line that we're on, and I'm not super worried about it. And we'll go ahead and throw some of these in. All right. Now, the best way to probably get around these guys is we'll deal with it. Let's just pretend that those are, or not those ones, but like this section is going to be an outside section for now. Whether it is or isn't when we're all said and done, that's an entirely different story. But just for the sake of like making things look a little bit okay, a little bit more decent, I say we just do this. We imagine that everything here is going to be an outside area, and those 4x4 square there is going to be all hooked in together. Okay, so it looks like we can pull out probably another floor, not that difficult. Another one. Are we starting to floating on some of them? So that's okay. I have no problem with floaters. Oh. Yeah, let's take that out for sure. Probably one of the better things to do at this point is to drop it down and start bringing it in this way. And we can try and meet up on that side and carry it around. That is probably going to be the best idea for us. When I actually save and end the episode, what I'm going to do is also try and rip these houses out. The only consequence, generally, of doing something like that is that you could uncover something that you're not really wanting to uncover. So it's just like an FYI. If you guys are getting crazy with things, just be vigilant for any sort of possible stuff like that. We're not floating, are we? No, we're not. It's actually not a bad place to actually stop. So good sides of this are it's a perfect spot to really launch something off this way. And we're right there, so hell, we could even probably bring something up over here. As like yeah, and let's do it with concrete so we know it's a little bit more strong, a little bit more structurally sound. Definitely do some stuff like this, but I think I want to kind of keep it out just a little bit, out of the trees that I can't touch. You know what? Might even be worthwhile to like make this another thing, since it's only going to be like one long. When I say make it another thing, I'm pretty much just saying you could make it like another living space. And actually, we might not even need to get that big. So, you know, we still actually have a little bit of stuff to do over here. Get like a 3x3 maybe? Or, you know what? I actually do kind of like that. So we can have some sort of indoor region here, and then we come out, and then this stuff is all outdoorsy type crap. And let's just do something like this. Just kind of... Yeah, we're going to have to use this one, aren't we? There we go. We do something like that. Something like that. Something like that. And we can always put... some sort of like... I don't know. Defensive something in there. And try and take care of it that way. Let's see what kind of stairs that we can put here. If we could put these ones, I would be more than happy. Yeah, I'm just worried that they're a little bit up. Floating a tad. That's really like all we have though, so not worth complaining off of just that. And especially when everything else looks like perfectly fine. But it looks like we're probably pretty good on episode length. This took a really long time, so I don't know how much free footage we all have of everything. So we'll see. We'll see when the time comes. But I think the next thing that I really want to do is I want to rip out these houses. And if it's not that bad, I'm going to keep it that way. If it is bad, we're going to figure out something. And I'll probably try and place stuff on top of this crumbled house. But I'm not going to actually go into repairing the inside of it. And then I would also like to do something down there on the beach. Maybe I can have a little cottage on that very little edge piece. And then in here, I'll probably have a farm. We just need to find a way that's going to secure it. So whether we actually do a big wall or not, I don't know at the moment. We're kind of getting to the point where it seems like that is the proper thing to do. I just don't know if I really, really, really want to take the time to wall this entire city off. I guess that kind of sounds bad. It's less about taking the time and more about an is it worth it kind of attitude, because I've spent a lot of time walling in cities and people get inside. Like they sometimes, like in Egret Tours Marina, they spawn on the inside. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm not sure exactly what I would like to do there. We'll go ahead and figure that out. God, who knows? Who knows? I don't really know. But we will figure it out. Definitely a head scratcher. Definitely a head scratcher. We could also so no, you know what? I like it the way it is. This is definitely like a natural wall. And it would be a smart idea to actually line those layers there. I think there's like about 4, definitely 3, with some turrets that just point on the inside. We might be able to do some sort of gathering area there. And this is all stuff I'm just kind of throwing out. If you guys have any ideas, always let me know down in that comment section. Otherwise, I hope you guys have had a great day, great night, whatever it is to you. And I will see you back here next time for some more building at the Dalton farm.